You know, Mike, our vision was that the stocks report came out. It showed us 400 million bushels additional corn than what we had expected. But now the cash market is starting to take leadership as we head into first notice day against May futures. And so as long as cash corn and cash soybeans remain at historic highs and deliverable receipts are being canceled now in corn, we expect that we should garner some percentage of that back. I don't think all of it, but we may get at least 50 or 60% of that decline back in terms of appreciation.
Are you surprised how long the market continues to trade that March 28 report and how it just can't get out of the minds of a lot of people?
Well, you know, it was really a big report because we had this old crop stock tightness we didn't know how to handle. And cash markets were well bid, and we were fearful about running out of feed supplies. On the other side of that was record production potential for the new crop. So if you didn't have an old crop story, there really wasn't much for the bulls to chew on, and that was really the problem for the market. So we saw the decline. Markets are now coming back on cash strength. Where we go forward from here will determine a little bit on weather, but increasingly the old crop market still has the tightness that we were fearing longer term.
Can you give us some price points as far as old crop and new crop on corn anyway going forward?
Well, you know, I think anytime a producer can see $7 plus on old crop corn, that's a place he needs to be looking at making sales. On soybeans, we would argue somewhere between $14, $15 a bushel would be a place. So those are levels that we would be telling farmers, you know what, if you're going to be storing near crops beyond this, you better be very, very sure about a weather problem for the new crop that's going in the ground.
Your counterpart, Bill Tierney, talks a lot about the stocks to use ratio, spending a lot of time on that also. Is that an area that farmers should be watching?
I always think stocks to use ratio is something important in every marketing plan. In other words, it gives you a barometer to determine what is a fair price. If you look back in history, we can use that as a measuring stick to say, okay, beans at $15 or corn at $7 is where we should be. And then if we think forward, we can think about how much weather premium is in price, both in corn and beans for new crop. You know, we see the tightness in old crop today, but longer term, the new crop, if we have normal weather, does have substantial risk as we think about, you know, the next few months.